Cid Kagenou is the main protagonist of the anime and light novel series The Eminence in Shadow, a reincarnated boy obsessed with becoming a mysterious mastermind who controls events from the shadows. In his new fantasy world, he pretends to be an ordinary, forgettable student while secretly acting as Shadow, the incredibly powerful leader of the organization Shadow Garden. What makes Cid unique is that he believes most of his dramatic roleplay and invented conspiracies are fake, even though they're actually real, causing him to unintentionally influence major events across the world. His combination of overwhelming strength, theatrical personality, deadpan humor, and a complete misunderstanding of the situation makes him both a powerful anti-hero and one of the finest characters in modern isekai anime. Let's see how he can achieve his physique, strength, combat style, and athleticism. First, let's talk about his physique and strength. In the beginning, I was a bit sad when I saw his physique, when he was being questioned for the disappearing of Princess Alexia. But when he showed his physique in the onsen, I got hyped, and that's what I wanted to see. In my opinion, he isn't above average when it comes to muscle mass. He sure is lean. We can clearly see a lot of depth in his muscles. He can't have a lot of muscle mass though, because too much mass will slow him down. That goes for the legs too. When it comes to strength, Cid is beyond human limits. To swing a sword this much and deliver incredibly strong attacks require a lot of strength. His legs also need a ton of strength to be highly explosive and to hit hard when needed. So overall strength it is. For the upper body we will prioritize a mix of strength and muscle mass, but for the legs, since the legs are more performant when they don't have a lot of muscle mass, we will focus on more strength than mass. Now the combat style. In the first episode, he stated that to surpass every human being on the planet, he learned every possible fighting style from hand-to-hand to weapon-based combat. Of course, his main combat style has to do with swords. His stance resembles Japanese sword styles, like Kendo or Kenjutsu and Iaido. Kendo or Kenjutsu are great for timing, distance control and fast decisive strikes. Iaido is perfect for calmness, precision and explosive draw speed attacks. With these three styles, you need to have an assassin-like stealth, you need to be fast and precise. For the hand-to-hand combat style, even though he mainly uses a sword, you can practice taijutsu. Since taijutsu is an ancient martial art that inspired more than Japanese martial arts, it is safe to say that it is polyvalent and highly useful. Some translations state that taijutsu means everything you can do with your body in a hand-to-hand context. So, for the hand-to-hand combat style, be a master of everything. And now athleticism. Here too he is inhuman, whether it is speed, endurance or explosiveness, Cid has mastered everything. This impossible level of athleticism is highly useful for combat, but not just for combat. We will train speed with progressive speed training, endurance with a bunch of cardio, and explosiveness with plyometrics. Flexibility here is also crucial. If you don't stretch, your muscle may tense a lot due to the extreme workload. Stretching will give you more range of motion, will help you with recovery and can also help you avoid injuries. Plus, it is vital if you want to be a master in hand-to-hand fighting. Now, let's see the workout plan. We will do 2 full bodies, 1 per metrics day and 2 days dedicated to combat. You'll see the following structure: the exercise, the number of sets times the number of reps. Only 1 or 2 working sets because it is the maximum amount of load your body could take with this much training. Don't forget that the nervous system recovers more slowly than the muscular system, and it can take up to 72 plus hours to properly recover. So we will not destroy our body in the gym with a ton of sets. The number of reps will sit at 5 to 6, 7 to 8, 9 to 10 and max. The 5 to 6 rep range is almost an all-in for strength with just a touch of hypertrophy. The 7 to 8 is for me the sweet spot between strength and hypertrophy. The number of sets dictate how much mass we want. The 9 to 10 rep range will be the best suited for hypertrophy. You'll get some strength too. And the max is for maximum amount of reps or maximum amount of seconds. Also, no more than 3 days at the gym, because with the combat training, you'll be doing 4 full bodies and 1 per metrics day, which is a lot. Okay, let's start with full body 1, squats. Doing squats at the beginning of the workout will give you a testosterone boost for the whole day and for days to come. This will build overall leg strength and vertical pushing strength. Next, weighted chin-ups. Not pull-ups because we have only 2 exercises for the back, so we'll do chin-ups for mass. Doing weighted chin-ups can damage your biceps and tear them, so be careful to not ego lift. This will build the back width and biceps mass. Next, inclined bench press. This will target the upper part of the pecs and bring a nice and round shape to your pecs, making your upper body look bigger. This is also good for pushing strength. If you have a big rib cage, set the bench at an angle of 45 degrees, and if you have a normal rib cage, set it at around 30 degrees. After that, lateral raises. You can either do them with cables or the classic dumbbell lateral raises. This will create the boulder shoulders we want. Next, seated overhead press. I will recommend doing it with dumbbells and at an 80 degrees bench angle. This will create the endurance for your shoulders, punching strength, and of course, bring mass to the shoulders. And finally, cable overhead extension for triceps. I recommend the V-bar or the straight bar simply because the rope isn't quite the best for triceps mass and strength. Alright, full body too. Starting strong with remnant deadlifts. This will build the posterior chain strength, vital for fighting, and will build hamstrings and glutes mass. The calves and lats will also be triggered, but it's nothing compared to hams and glutes. Next, we have weighted dips. This will build the lower and middle part of the pecs, giving strength and mass to the pecs, frontals and triceps. If you can do the dips on the rings, it will be better since you need to stabilize yourself, thus creating more strength. After that, we have bent over barbell rows. This will create the thickness of the back, and this will help with pulling actions. This will bring definition and mass to the upper back. Next, we have once again lateral raises to create the boulder shoulders. Then, reverse flies. You can either do them with cables or on the machine. This exercise will create even more definition in the mid-back, but will primarily target the rear delts, giving the final touch to the boulder shoulders. And finally, incline biceps curls. I recommend that you set up the bench at an angle of 45 degrees to get the sweet spot for contraction and stretch. This exercise will build the biceps thickness we want and need. And last but not least, plyometrics day. For plyometrics, I have my go-to as usual: box, broad, hurdle jumps and lateral bounce. Box jumps will give you vertical explosiveness. Broad jumps will give you horizontal explosiveness. Hurdle jumps are a mix between vertical and horizontal explosiveness, and the lateral bounce will help you change directions fast without losing momentum. After the plyometrics, do shrugs for your traps. Doing shrugs will give you a fuller look to your physique and will help when you need to carry heavy things. And finally, do the ab wheel for your abs. Don't hold the position, but be on a constant back and forth movement. This will build the massive definition, muscle mass and efficiency in the abs. With all of this, there are some things you should know and apply. Always warm up before an exercise with 2 warm-up sets. Just go light and warm up the muscle gradually. Rest 2 to 3 minutes between every set and at ease even the warm-up sets. Always have a proper execution and don't ego lift. You'll damage your muscles more than anything else. On every workout day, do 30 minutes of light cardio for endurance. Just get your heart rate moving and steady. Sprint for 15 minutes on every combat training day. I recommend 2 ways, preferably on a treadmill. First, you start with the random speed, you run for 3 minutes, then rest for 2. This is one set. For the next set, you set a different speed depending on the previous set. Then you go again for 3 minutes of running and 2 minutes of rest. The second variation is as follows. You set a starting speed, and the speed progressively increases for 3 minutes, then you rest for 2 minutes. If it's too easy, increase the speed. For the 2 minutes of rest, you can either be static or catch your breath while walking. Stretch on every rest day for 20 minutes. Like I said, this is vital. And something else that is vital is rest. So please keep the rest days. Do not add any workout or more combat training. Don't even add cardio. Just chill and stretch. You need to understand that with 2 combat training days, 3 days at the gym and cardio, your nervous system will be toast if you don't let it rest. So, give yourself enough sleep, enough rest, and don't smoke or drink alcohol. Indeed, alcohol and smoking are harmful for you as an athlete and will damage your recovery and overall body. And last but not least, try to give at least 1 day off between the workout days. Training for combat the day after or before a gym session will be hard on your nervous system, but it's still okay compared to 2 days back to back to the gym. So, in a week, you have to manage 3 workouts and 2 combat training days. With all of this, you need some serious nutrition. You need to know your BMR and TDEE, and based on this, you need to figure out if you need to be on a cut, bulk or maintenance. Cid is lean, but not on a bodybuilder-like level. I recommend something like 12% body fat. So if you are way above 12% body fat, be on a cut. If you are way under 12% body fat, be on a bulk. And if you are around 12% body fat, be on a maintenance or slight surplus to equilibrate with the mass gained. The carbs and fat intake depends a lot if you are on a cut, bulk or maintenance. But for the protein intake, try being around your body weight in pounds. So if you are at 170 pounds, have around 170 grams of protein daily. Once again, this is general advice, but if you want, I made 2 videos that talk about nutrition. The first one talks about the basics of nutrition, macronutrients and micronutrients. And the second one talks about the gut-brain axis, the link between the brain and the gastrointestinal tract. And if you want to learn more things about your muscular system, check out my video on the matter. And of course, I made other physique videos, so you can find your perfect physique or make your own based on the models I provide. Ladies and gentlemen, that was everything I had to say. If you enjoyed, let me know it in the comments. If you want to see another physique on here, let me know it in the comments too. And we will meet next time for some other video. And like always, take care.